This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Frank, there really is nothing quite like it. The old course at St. Andrews, and you know the old course is old when the new course is 100 years old. You know you're in a place that is bathed in history.
Yeah, the fact that they can't really figure out who exactly designed the old course, it just evolved. And the true, if you look at a scorecard, the fact that you go out and in, it's designed purely around St. Andrews because 9 holes are out, then you turn around in the loop and come all the way back to the clubhouse. So the amazing thing is you actually can, if you get lucky, play 9 holes with the wind behind you, and if fortunately with the tide it turns, you can get 9 holes with the wind at your back as well.
Second shot now on the way for Brandt Snedeker. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
The swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Frank, this first hole, all about the swill and burn.
Yeah, it cuts in so close to the front of that putting surface. If there's just a puff of wind, then all of a sudden that burn that you could just step across very much comes into play.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Here's Brandt Snedeker now on the approach shot. Well, he didn't knock down the flagstick right there, but 25 feet, that's not too bad. Snedeker for par. How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good, line looked good, just did not take that final break.
And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Oh, do that. +1 in the early going. Trying to get the round off to a good start. Frank, we're at the second hole, and what's ahead?
Well, the ideal tee shot just a little over that gorse bush in front of you, which is down the right side. That's the best angle in, but it also brings in a little bit of trouble. But if that pin is anywhere towards the middle of this double green, then really you want to be coming in from the right side.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
It is on the green, but that will be a tough putt on the way. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
So a good lag putt there, Frank.
Yeah, the whole idea of a lag putt, sometimes you build a 3 or a 4 foot circle and just try and get it inside that. Good putt.
Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. To 1 over par early on in this round. Just a couple of feet. Still playing even for the day after the par. Frank, talk about the strategy off the tee here at the third.
You can drive the ball pretty close to this green, Rich. It's shorter than the second hole. Just hit it down the right side, but try and avoid those little pot bunkers.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
On the green in regulation. Jordan Spieth ready for his second shot. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
How did that stay out, Frank?
Did everything but go in.
Always get the sense that he could make. He is one of the game's premier putters. Snedeker for birdie. Do that. Putt for par. Needs one. Did the job right there. Frank, a much more difficult hole here at the 4th at the Old Course.
Yeah, that new championship tee has really made 4 a very hard par 4. 2 ways to play it. Down the right, that's a very, very narrow strip of fairway. Most will go to the left side, a little more conservative, but either way, tough second shot.
Good tee shot, right in the short grass.
Second shot.
Regarded as a very accurate player, that shot says it all. Now playing the second here at the par 4. Footer.
Oh, that was nasty.
That's an outrage right there. I mean, if there's a high commission of golfdom, we need to consult them right now because it's just simply not fair, Frank. It's not.
I think the people above are frowning on the people below.
In the hole, and that'll bring the score to 1 under.
Even par currently.
That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. Par 5s, this is where players look to make the move in a major championship. How does this 5th hole par 5 measure up, Frank?
Well, if you can avoid the bunkers, they're actually left and right, but especially that little group of 3 bunkers, then it sets up well. It'll be a blind second shot, but you try and guide your second shot between the 2 bunkers on the hill in front of you, which are called the spectacles.
Good lie in the fairway, and a good chance to make something happen here. Frank, a lot to like about Brandt Snedeker.
Yeah, the thing that I like is he plays quickly. That's the way the game should be played. I mean, too many people are dallying around. Brandt shows that you can just get up, make your decision, go for it, play, and play at a high level.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Now his third, staring right at the green. Well, Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You've got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Well, this is going to be an interesting day. The wind is howling, or as they would say in Scotland, just a wee breeze. That will be a great look at birdie. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Like Ben Crenshaw right there, just so smooth.
Well played before.
Birdie chance now for Jordan Spieth. Clean this up with a tap. Still even par for the day. Moving on to the par 4 sixth hole here at the birthplace of golf. This hole shares a green actually with the 12. How do you work your way around this hole, Frank?
Some sort of tee shot. 3 bunkers that look like they're in the left center of the fairway and a series of bunkers down the right. So somehow bisect those, and then you set yourself up to a green with a false front. Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, 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 rough.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Here's Brandt Snedeker now on the approach shot. Might want to check the GPS on a putt this long. On the way. Oh, he's gonna love it.
How far was that? That was miles away.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. So with that, the score is now at even par. Continuing from the oldest championship in the game, it's the Open Championship at the Old Course at St. Andrews, here at the 7th hole now, Frank.
Yeah, you try and hit your tee shot over a little stone there. It's called the March stone. That's a good line for like left of center. And, well, if you can just work it off that, good tee shot, you're only going to have a pitch in here to a green that's set up very high. Oh, if this is up, it's good.
And from that position, a good chance to get at this hole location at number 7.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Second shot from the rough, it's on the way. And it generates some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Frank, he'll have to take a full swing at this putt for birdie.
This is long, but every now and again, one of these finds the bottom of the cup and makes that magic sound.
Pretty good stroke right there, just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Spieth trying to light the fuse. This one's for birdie. Wow, I thought he made that. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Still playing even for the day after the par. Putt for par. Needs one. They'll take it. That's a par. Frank, now at the par 3 8th, and how challenging is this hole?
Well, it's called short on the scorecard, but massive green. The problem here is trying to hit it close. A lot of little subtle breaks and undulations in this green, and often you see long, long birdie putts here. This is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
Wow, way to the right here.
And there's rough over there.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Long putt here. This will require a good touch. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knocking in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the course.
Wow, I can't believe he found the cup on that one.
Clean up on aisle 5. Even par currently.
Did the job right there. And Frank, the Open Championship coming back to the home of golf this summer.
Yeah, and remember, too, the last time it was here, Louis Oosthuizen at the 9th hole, he had no problem driving this par 4. So let's see if you can do the same. If you can carry that last bunker down there, there's every chance that your tee shot can run onto this very flat green.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
No way! He hold it, Frank.
Great pitch shot.
Jordan Spieth ready for his second shot. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Settles in over the putt. Bottom of the barrel, and now to 2 under. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back. This has no chance of finding the fairway. This is turning left. Oh, that's off the beaten track. You've got 5 minutes to find it.
That's in the fairway. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Birdie try up next. Second shot. Good look at the green. Snedeker with a birdie attempt. Missed on that one, Frank.
Yeah, not a problem.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Just a couple of feet. Has it, and he's 2 under par. Clean this up with a tap. Holding steady now at 2 under par. Down to the par 3 11th, and Frank, what's the key here?
Well, this green is slightly elevated. Huge false front, sort of left and right of that Strath bunker. And, of course, that bunker on the hill, or should I say that bunker on the left is called Hill. That's the famous bunker where Bobby Jones couldn't get out of it many years ago and actually ripped up his scorecard. So a good tee shot here, just find that right level where the flag is.
We are about 170 yards from the hole. Frank, this one is veering far to the left. Frank, what happened there on the approach?
It was a poor decision. And let's see now. Got to think this one out a little bit better than that second shot, see if we can get it up and down.
Frank, it's not about getting the ball close to the hole. From that spot,
Well, he had no chance to get it close. I thought he had very, very, very little chance of getting it on the green. So given that, that was a very good shot.
Frank, there's nothing like catching a bunker shot just perfectly. Splashes out, lands softly, and just runs up to that hole.
Yeah, it's like 3D. There's the component in the strike where it's going to land, and then the third part of it is how much will it roll.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Frank, amazing how this hole has gotten away.
Yeah, he's not Robinson Crusoe. Happened to everybody that's played this game.
Brandt Snedeker has this for par. Bang! Has it. That takes him to 1 under on the day. Now at the 12th, and Frank, when you put the peg in the ground here, are you licking your chops?
Well, you are, unless you're playing into a head breeze, because if you are playing a head breeze, then you've got to worry about the 4 bunkers that are in the middle of this fairway. A touch of help, or if you're a long hitter, then all you've got to do is worry about that little pot bunker just short of this green. There is gorse left and right, though.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. Not on the fairway here. This could be a tough shot coming up next. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
He'll be pretty happy with that one, about 20 feet away in a good spot. Second shot now on the way for Brandt Snedeker. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
What a beautiful roll right there, dead center. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. And with that, he'll go to 3 under. Frank, how about the bunkers here at 13? A rather ominous sounding name.
Yeah, the coffins, and they are that for a reason. If you finish up in there, well, the best you'll probably ever do is make a bogey, unless you're an absolute genius. That'll be avoided, certainly off the tee. If you do, it's still a difficult hole. The second shot, unless you hit a perfect tee shot, will be blind.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Second from an excellent lie. That will be a great look at birdie. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Well, that's a little absurd, that, Rich. That shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in.
Really. This is that awkward length.
That is a painful miss right there. And a bogey. Drop shot here at the 13th. Getting set now over the putt. You have to like that. 4 under. So just a formality here. Now at 1 under for the round. Frank, what's the strategy here at the 14th?
If you can't go for this par 5 and 2, Rich, there is another option where you can go left. And I mean left of left. That's down the 4th fairway. That's across the Elysian Fields, as they call it, which is a set of sort of hummocks that run down the middle. And you can find a flat lie there and come across at about a 45-degree angle for your third shot to 14.
Not quite what he was hoping for. The tee shot in the bunker. Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Oh, that's off the beaten track. That's got 5 minutes to find it.
Missed the fairway in the fairway bunker now.
It's not all gloom and doom, though. Lip isn't too high. A good swing here still shouldn't be a problem.
Out of the sand and back on the fairway.
Yeah, good shot. Just really utilized that little bit between the ears. Realized he couldn't reach the green and instead opted for fairway.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. He'll need to be strong with this. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Might be. Could be. This one looks good. Might like it. Oh, they're going to love it. What a putt. Birdie chance now for Jordan Spieth. Now 2 to the good side. Back here at the 15th, and Frank, this fairway narrows up in a hurry.
And it's also, there's a big crop of heather that sort of constrains you if you're going to hit it just straight down the middle. Only the brave go down the right side. That brings in those little bunkers called robs, and they'll rob your scorecard, that's for sure. This is way left going left.
And that one's going to be in the rough, it looks like. And from the fairway for his second shot here. On the green, and a chance for birdie. Jordan Spieth ready for his second shot. Good swing, good shot yet again. And getting ready for the putt. Well, that's not the way you wanted to start out the backside here.
Yeah, you can't afford from inside 10 feet. You feel like you have to make those, and I mean, they really sting when they miss.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Well, you could see he thought he had that.
It looked in the whole way until the end.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Just a couple of feet. Has it. And he's 2 under par. Nudge this one home. Finish it up. Did the job right there. And now another par for the 16th, Frank, and another hole where precision off the tee is going to be paramount.
Yeah, the norm off the tee is really to avoid a series of 3 bunkers called the Principal's Nose. I've never really figured out why they're called that, but it's not the place to be, that's for sure. Stay short of those is the safe line, and then a little pop bunker once again in the front left of the screen called the Wig. That's also to be avoided. Another difficult green. Looks a little simpler from the fairway, but miss your mark with the yardage and you'll pay a premium.
Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. Lays the face open. He'll try to pop this one out. Well, he'd like to have that one back in the bunker.
Still a chance to get it up and down.
Frank, it rolled out of the short grass and into the white sand, so this is 3rd shot.
Yeah, a lot of the professionals would rather be in the sand than the thick rough. You can control the spin much better out of fairway bunker than you can the rough.
Did the smart thing there, Frank. Took his medicine, back out onto the fairway. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Well, Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You've got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down. It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
So young and so accomplished already. Jordan Spieth, ready with his approach. That one inside of 10 feet, really dialed in. 3rd shot, looking for a good one.
Well, just a little too much, Rich.
I don't know if it was wind at his back, he didn't calculate it, but he's going to be left with a difficult chip shot here. That's a head scratcher, no other way to put it. That close to the green and misses it badly to the right. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Trying to put this hole behind him quickly. Double bogey putt. You're running a little hot right now. Cool down just a little bit. Clean this up with a tap. So with that, the score is now at even par. Frank, so many famous landmarks on this hole. The hotel on the right, you want to avoid that. The bunker on the left, and then the stone wall beyond the road.
Yeah, there's all those features is one of the reasons why no one would be allowed to design a hole like this today. It also makes it not only unique, but I think that's the greatness of the hole, is that all those problems you're very aware of. It's just, can you avoid them?
They'll pay a little bit of a price for missing the fairway here, because from that rough, you cannot control the spin on the golf ball. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Not what he wanted, but he's headed to the beach. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, actually a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
In the greenside bunker here, Frank. Nice to go to the beach, but not too often, we hope. So Frank out of the bunker and back into play.
Yeah, the late Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's always the next one. Well, by getting the ball back in play, he just made that a little easier.
Third shot for Jordan Spieth.
Another good swing, another good approach shot.
Frank, you've been in this position. The hole hasn't gone the way you've wanted. What do you do?
Well, we'd all like to make birdies and eagles, but you know, that's not the name of the game. We've seen that. It's minimizing your mistakes. So right now is a perfect opportunity to try and minimize the mistakes. Get away with a bogey here. That's something to be proud of.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. Drops it, and he's at even par. Frank, here at the 18th, so much history has been made through the years.
Yeah, one of my favorite memories, I remember, Jack Nicklaus when he beat Doug Sanders in that playoff. The famous sort of short putt that Doug Sanders missed. But really, the great moment that stands out was Seve making that 15-footer across the hill in 1984 wearing the blue sweater. Not only did he win the Open Championship, but he beat a tremendous field that included Bernard Langer, Tom Watson, Fred Couples. Lanny Wadkins, Faldo, and Greg Norman. It was an amazing Open Championship.
And I love that fist pump. It was pure Seve. All that fire, all that passion came flying out. And that's where you just sort of fell in love with the game. Second shot now on the way for Brandt Snedeker. That is another laser right at the flagstick. Second shot, good look at the green.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. One thing Spieth has shown early in his career, he is rock solid on the par putts. Could it be? Get in the hole.
Can you believe that?
Locked in on the read and the speed. So a good performance today, 71. Well, Frank, how do you begin to sum up what we've seen at the birthplace of golf today? The course, the scenery, the weather, the play. It was really all vintage St. Andrews.
Absolute pleasure to play the old course once again, Rich. You can see how technology might have changed it. There's a few more par fours that are reachable these days for the longer hitters, but still,